But yet, the Father sent his only Son to become one of those little ants, to humble himself into flesh, which we fell into. You see, we're in a place where we cannot ever fulfill the law. It is far too hard, far too tough, far beyond our reach to fulfill the law, because we are sinners and we cannot fulfill the law. Everyone has sinned. So it's like a carrot that's dangled in front of, like, Satan leads us into the flesh, in which we cannot fulfill the law by any means. Like, Satan leads us into the flesh, in which we cannot fulfill the law by any means. And so by default we are on the road to hell by default, because we are worthy of judgment, of condemnation in our flesh, because we are sinners and we cannot not be sinners. So you see, the trap that we've been led into here is that it's impossible for us to break free from the law by our own strength. That's the trap. Satan had us in a trap. So essentially we're all in a purgatory or waiting room here in this world for our ultimate judgment and destruction.
The best way to refute the Gnostic Gospels is just to look at them and realize how ridiculous they really are. In fact, what the Gnostic Gospels teach is that matter, or the physical world, is actually evil. In fact, it's interesting how they come to that, because they actually operate from what we can call an inverted hermeneutic. A hermeneutic whereby they go to the Old Testament and turn everything upside down. In fact, the Gnostics taught that the God that created the world, the physical world, the physical universe, is an evil God. They taught that Yahweh, or Jehovah, is a wicked, monstrous God.
In his death, Jesus Christ fulfilled everything necessary to set us free from this fallen reality. Although we get glimpses of beauty in the world we live in, these all serve as mere reminders of the absolute love and life that as humanity we rejected. The direction we chose to follow led us into the clutches of time and space, a never-ending cyclical trap that requires death to sustain life. In choosing to reject our Father, we were lured into a trap, a prison without bars, into a kingdom ruled by Satan, the god of cycles, the Ouroboros. And as a result, we are all in the fallen flesh, the very desires and cravings of which are directly opposed to our Creator. We are all in a cell. The Bible tells us that Satan is the god of this fallen world, the master of the dualistic paradigm that is our flesh. Astrologically, Saturn is the embodiment of the satanic machine,
of which we all bear the hallmarks in this material reality.
For he made him who knew no sin to be sin for us. As Moses lifted up the serpent, we're talking here of the Kundalini, the Caduceus, which constitutes the third eye, the two heads of the serpent. Ye shall be as gods. It seems to me that the whole problem here is humanity thought that they could be gods. The serpent, the O, and the cross, the X, and quite literally the three nails make the sound of the snake. For he made him who knew no sin to be sin for us, that we might become the righteousness of God in him. So from black to white. I was going to show you, the tree of life, just to add, the tree of life, like the two pillars supporting this tower. So when Samson pushed down those two pillars, you can see what effect that would have in the end of the breaking through the fabric of time and space, the collapse of the dimensions. If you don't have Christ, you will not be saved in any way, shape or form, because you will remain in death. And that is a fact. You will remain in death. You'll be the property of the God of this world. You'll be the property of the master that you have chosen, the master of this house, the master of this fallen world, Satan. If you choose that, if you choose it, if you choose the dualistic beast of this dualistic kingdom, then you will have the accuser who wants to condemn you, cast you into hell. He wants to accuse you. That is the accuser. That's his role. The accuser who wants to condemn you, cast you into hell. He wants to accuse you. That is the accuser. That's his role. If you want to make the accuser your master, then all I can say is good luck. Whether you think that's a light thing or a dark thing, it's still part of the same dualistic beast. It's either Lucifer or it's Satan, but it's all the beast. You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve Christ and Belial. You cannot serve two masters. And if you make Satan, the beast, your master, then that is where you will end up. But if you choose Christ, you will be taken to real life. Once you shed your flesh, once this veil has gone, you will be spiritually rescued from this curse. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Why? Because we were led astray. We were led astray by the beast, by Lucifer, by Satan. We were led astray. And the beast, it came to steal, kill and destroy in every way, as I said, in every way, shape or form, by this material world and this fallen house, stolen knowledge, stolen information. It came to steal, kill and destroy in every way, as I said, in every way, shape or form, by this material world and this fallen house, stolen knowledge, stolen information, did not invest its gifts wisely, did not invest its talents wisely, but came to steal, kill and destroy us from the Father. We were misled, guys, we were misled. It's a terrible thing You know what? What we've ended up in is it's not easy to comprehend that this has happened. But the Father had grace for us because we were misled, and He provided a way home. The Father had grace for us because we were misled, and He provided a way home. The beast, the fallen one, its fate is sealed. Its fate is sealed. It has no hope left. And all it can do now is try and do what it has always done, and that is to steal, kill, and destroy.
And as you can see, he's got his thong right here on sale to this day on Cafe Press. He is still making money, but you can buy this to this day. So you see the BBC report. We showed how round Saturn's eye was created in, what was it, October, November 2014, something, or 2013, something like that. And here you see, at least January 1st, 2014, he is still promoting himself as Davy Boys in a public BBC interview.
Sensation. David Bass's video Heavy Metal Farmer was shot in a day, but it caught the eye of millions of people. There, his wish to be a TV star became a reality.
His name's Davy Boys, and he's been cited as a celebrity blogger in the Telegraph, but since then he's gone on to interview many celebrities and works now for ITV.
James King, Lizzie Cundy and Dave Bass. Take a look at the latest movie releases.
Now, David Bass, you know from this show. I've always thought of him as ITV at the movies' very own Tom Cruise.
My favourite scene in particular is the one where you've got all the balls
like the herds of bulls, like running around. What was that like to film?
We shot that for 2 days.
And then we had Tom there, Tom and camera right.
Hey, I've changed my clothes, slapped on a shirt, sprayed some aftershave. I'm gonna go and meet some celebs in my... Absolutely gorgeous.
I'm pretty snow-bombed. About time for me to head home and have a nice lie down. Hope I don't get lost. Hope I don't get lost.
Hope I don't get lost. Hope I don't get lost.